get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. A huge play there right off the bat. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 26 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Howard. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Barkley sheds off the tackle. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jackson, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check 53, Mike. Come on.
The toss out to Barkley. Finding room at the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But fourth and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. To throw, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Golden getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
74, 54. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Three bud. Shit. Down the man inside. Down the man. Sunday.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Giants will use the second of their three timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On the set. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch it.
A first down carry for Barkley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
81. 55,
On first down, Wentz got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz as the first half is winding down as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Jones. And off the deflection, it's caught. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Now Wentz. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's caught by Howard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get...
Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, 74 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle it, get it. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
You must be dreaming.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Yeah, I threw it to the wrong. I threw it to the wrong route. That first time, I was like, "Oh snap!" I was supposed to throw it to X. I read it wrong.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180! 55! Good track!
On play action, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Y'all not ready.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. And incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal. Wentz, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Elliott now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6-1, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A gain there of 21 yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and 15 now. Jones, Rodney McLeod that time, able to knock it away. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Zoo.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try to pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marcus Golden, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wentz. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Elliott Good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here we go. Hey, Alpha. Let's go now.
Jones now to throw from his end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Let's go, let's go. Ready?
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they left their defense with no margin for error. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. That's their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Red Allison, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again, Jones. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
How many of y'all came to win? They asked my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better. You will never